Y'all wanted some black history, huh? Stephen, what up, man? Ahmad, what up, man? Stephen writes, I challenge Democrats to look into the history of the party. Most don't see the ugliness. Keep up with the history lesson. Nah, they not. Some of them know, they just don't give a fuck. I'll tell you that now. Give less than a fuck. Tech boy, what up? Who the fuck about that? Now, ain't gonna be too many laughs on this one. This gonna be some straight black pill shit right here. Cam. There ain't gonna be too many laughs on this one. Straight black pill shit. Stephen, thanks for the cash app. Don't let that brother be alone. Chill, what up, man? Kwame Kaji, what up? Yeah, straight black pills today. Straight black pills today, I promise you. We'll let a few more people get in here. Yeah. Today we're going to talk about a phenomenon that I've dubbed the Clinton Massacre paradox, right? I think I've talked about this before, maybe years ago, so some of y'all might not remember, right? This week we've seen the Clinton Massacre paradox play out in real time, right? Mr. O with the info, what up, dog? We've seen it play out in real time. But before I get into the meat of this broadcast, 7 reasons, what up, brother Salone? Before I get into the meat of this broadcast, I want to show y'all a couple of visual representations of the Clinton Massacre paradox. Now, see what the caption says, right? Black ICE officer. God damn it.
What's your badge number? You have a badge number? No? You like to be masked?
Huh?
You like to... You're... Oh, you don't have a number?
Huh?
You know,
Not that I'm going to
While we're doing our...
So you don't have any names or numbers or anything? Just show ICE? So you could just be kidnapping people on the street?
Now you notice with that rather large black man, you notice ain't nobody running up on him with all that craziness. The brother in the white t-shirt right there. You notice ain't nobody running up on him like they usually do. Just wanted to point that out. Even at the bottom of the screen, it says big black ICE agent is confronted by anti-ICE protesters.
The man was walking down the street minding his business, and they gonna hop out the car because he's Spanish.
And there you go, right on cue. A plantation mammy is talking shit too. And let me tell you why these plantation mammies, some of these plantation mammies are so up in arms about these Hispanic men being deported. It's because they selling them pussy. It's because they selling them pussy. Okay? It's because they selling them pussy. There go your first black pill of this episode right here. Let's go.
That's it's called racial profiling.
But you really have a job like this? I wonder what your kids.
Again, as far as the allegations of racial profiling, they are tracking these people through their phones, and it's plenty of white people that's getting deported too. It is. Matter of fact, I was downtown and I saw a white man from the UK getting deported. And he was trying to explain to him that, it was such a backlog. Yeah, he had overstayed his visa, but the backlog was, they weren't trying to hear that shit. And he was white. He was white from a country where they speak English, talking to them in English. They weren't trying to hear that shit.
They know you just walk out and lock people up.
Hope your mom's proud of you.
She is.
I bet she's not. That's disgusting.
Disgusting.
Might have your badge number, but
It's all right.
How you know I'm not here illegally?
is it worth the like $5 you mean?
How do you all wake up in the
And
morning?
here go the plantation mammy. How you know I'm not here illegally? He know you not here illegally because you sound like you just walked off of a goddamn plantation in 1842. That's how he know.
I don't know how you sleep at night.
I don't know how you.
What's your badge number? Do you have a badge number? No? You like to be.
There's one example.
They can look like me, you, her, him. If you're legal or illegal, you'll get deported.
A European country.
If you're legal or illegal.
Now this video was heavily edited. I couldn't find the original anywhere, but they started off the video by screaming at this so-called black man who happens to be an ICE agent that he's a race traitor. Right?
I don't want shit. Fuck you. It's a shit. Fuck you. Shoot me, bitch. Fuck.
You mean to tell me during Black History Month, you
Wait a minute. Let me see if it'll let me rewind this.
You're black. What? Nigga, you're next.
You hear that?
You're next, nigga.
You're next, nigga. You hear that? That's because they've been, Carrington, you have a lot of awfully stupid people who have been brainwashed by Democratic propaganda and slogans written on signs saying, the slogans read, too afraid to join the military, too dumb to be the police, ICE. Right? Make no mistake about it. These ICE officers have Title 18 policing powers, which means that even though Immigration and Customs Enforcement is their operational purview, if they see any other crime that could potentially violate federal statutes being committed, they have the authority to investigate that crime and make an arrest in that crime or foil that crime. Bottom line, okay? Bottom line. Top Dollar, what up, man? I knew if I put Black Pill on, I knew you would show up. Let's go.
I don't want shit! Fuck you! It's a shit! Fuck you! Shoot me, bitch! Fuck!
You mean it?
And look at that. That's sad. That's sad that while she's racially slurring that black ICE officer, that a white man had to run out and tell her to watch her mouth. A white man had to run out and tell her to watch her mouth. KC writes, for the purposes of argument, let's just say she was right. We were next. This is the norm for black men anyway, so what changes? I mean, yeah, you could say that, but yeah, but the whole your next argument is a real hollow gaslight. It is. I personally, it's illiterate, it's inaccurate, and I don't know why they keep using it, because in this new media, in this new era of media savvy black people, hollow gaslights and slogans like that aren't going to work anymore. They're only going to dig you in a deeper hole with us.
Why are you calling a woman a man? I mean, what kind of a guy does that?
We fucking house nigga, bitch.
Go look for your fucking slave. Why are you calling a woman a man? I mean, what kind of a guy does that?
We fucking house nigga, bitch.
You hear that?
Go look for your fucking slave. Why are you calling a woman a
Heard
man?
that?
I mean, what kind of a guy does that?
We fucking house nigga, bitch.
You heard that? You heard what he said, right? Amaro writes, these liberal whites and Latinos want FBA to be their sacrificial martyr in this anti-ICE movement, and it's up to sensible FBA to be hip to the BS and let these tellers and others fight their own battle. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you heard it with the hard ER. Mm-hmm. See, so this phenomenon that you're seeing, I just use this as a extremely current visual aid of what I mean when I say the Clinton massacre paradox. Now let's talk about what the Clinton massacre paradox actually is. Right? Big Kev, thanks for the cash out. I'll let that brother be alone. The Clinton massacre of 1875 was a violent, politically motivated incident in Clinton, Mississippi that occurred on September 4th, 1875. It became a turning point in the end of Reconstruction in the South. It was a planned act of voter suppression by white Democrats or white liners that intended to regain political control of Hinds County and the state of Mississippi. On September 4th, a large, peaceful Republican rally at the former Moss Hill Plantation in Clinton was targeted. White Democratic agitators from the nearby town of Raymond disrupted the event, leading to a confrontation that turned into an organized shootout. While the initial gunfight resulted in deaths on both sides, white armed groups subsequently hunted down and murdered between 20 and 50 black citizens in the days following the event. The violence was part of the Mississippi Plan, which used violence and fraud to suppress the black vote. You heard that? Which used violence and fraud to suppress the black vote, just like they do today. Right? Following the massacre, many black residents were prevented from voting, leading to a Democratic victory in the November 1875 election and effectively ended Republican interracial control in Mississippi. Despite pleas from Mississippi Governor Aldebert Ames for federal troops to restore order, President Ulysses S. Grant refused to intervene, adopting a policy of non-intervention that left local Republicans unprotected. State Senator Charles Caldwell, a black leader who tried to maintain peace during the initial rally, was assassinated by a white mob in Clinton in December 30, 1875. These events were famously investigated by a U.S. Senate committee in 1876 known as the Boutwell Report, which documented the violence and voter suppression. In 2025, the 150th anniversary of the massacre was marked by commemorations in Clinton focusing on remembering the victims and acknowledging their history. Right? Stop me if any of this sounds familiar. Quiet Storm, thanks for the cash app. Don't let that brother be alone. Stop me if any of this sounds familiar. Right? Hold on. I'm gonna have to throw the Black Pill music on again, man. See, this is what the Democrats not gonna tell you. This is what the school system not gonna tell you. This is what the slave movies that they come out with whenever an election is coming around is not gonna tell you. What is the Clinton massacre paradox? Right? Let's take it from the top. See, this is what the media industrial complex won't tell you. This is what the bullshit education system won't tell you. The Democratic Party has always leveraged their power on the backs of black people. Always. All of those Democratic presidents that ever got elected, from Andrew Jackson being the first one to all of them, they were elected in part by slavery, which is why they advocated for slavery and then segregation. That's why. That 3/5 compromise that Thomas Jefferson put in the Constitution, that had nothing to do with his views on black people. He actually said, when talking about slavery, that we've caught a tiger by its tail, and it will be to our peril if we let it go too soon. That's not a statement about white superiority. That's not a statement about black people being incompetent. He knew, and he was right. And he was right. Thomas Jefferson knew when he said that shit. He knew exactly what he was saying, right? And so that's why he put the 3/5 compromise into the United States Constitution. He didn't put that in there because he really thought that so-called black people was 3/5 of people. No. He put that in there because he knew that if the slave states, the states that held slaves, were allowed to count slaves in terms of congressional apportionment, in terms of the electoral college, that pretty soon they would dominate the country. So that's why he made each slave 3/5 of a person. Right? That's why he did that. That's exactly why he did that. So from Andrew Jackson all the way to all, they all leveraged their power on the backs of black people. Every Democratic president that was elected during antebellum slavery, they rode They rode to power on the backs of black people, because those slaves who could not vote were counted for congressional reapportionment that gave them seats in the House. They were counted for electoral college votes, right? They've always leveraged their power on the backs of black people. And so after slavery was over, that's what the Clinton Massacre was about. That's what Tulsa, Oklahoma was about. That's what Rosewood, Florida was about. It was about the anger over not being able to utilize so-called black people politically anymore. Let alone you talking about them coming into their own politically. Oh, hell no. We can't have that. We can't have that. So it's the same thing now as it was today. When they see a so-called black person that is not politically useful to them, they move straight to racial intimidation. Same fucking Democratic Party from 1842. Same one. Y'all think they different? No, they not different. It's just that the language they use is different. The tactics is the same. The tactics are the same. You see that? They got their brother right there doing his fucking job. And because he's deporting people, by the way, who they want to use to replace your black ass, because he's reporting people, they calling him a nigger. But these are the same people who will run around talking about Black Lives Matter. These are the same people who aren't going to shop with a black-owned business. Right? These are the same people, oh, I'm going to teach my kids to celebrate Juneteenth. Bitch, get the fuck out of here. You're a racist. Get the fuck out of here. And it's mainly white bitches that talk that type of shit. Get the fuck out of here. It's them same white bitches that'll call your ass a nigga. It's the same white bitches that will call you a nigga. Right? In the Clinton Massacre, when those so-called black people who were men who were registering to run as Republicans and who were registering to vote threatened the political power of Democrats, they exterminated them. And so now, since they can't physically exterminate you, they attempt to socially exterminate you by trying to use the language of ostracism. Oh, you're a race traitor. You're a house nigger. The same way that they can't get on their horses no more and come and throw a cocktail against your house no more. They can't come into your business no more and just take everything like they used to. So now they bring the immigrants to do it. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. This is the same thing. It's the same thing. This is the same Democratic Party. It's never changed. I don't want to hear no party swap shit. I don't want to hear no Southern strategy shit. All of that is garbage. It's the same old Democratic Party that is always going to find a way to leverage their power on the backs of black people. And when they can't do it, they will do what they can to pull said black person down. Same Democratic Party. Nothing about them has changed. If you think that anything about the Democratic Party has changed as far as their vision and the way that they operate, I got a bridge I can sell you in Brooklyn for a real low price. Straight up. Nothing about these motherfuckers has changed. Nothing. Nothing. This is why the Democratic Party began to openly court and incorporate and inculcate elements of the Communist Party. Not only because they were controlled by globalists and foreign agents, but also because they knew that the Communist Party had a history of manipulating black people. And so they took in elements of the Communist Party so they could control black people. It's the new slavery. The public aid, the student aid, affirmative action, the admissions quotas. It's the new slavery. Because they use all of these things to sabotage you while disguising them in a Trojan horse as charity or aid. And they use these very things to control you. It's the new slavery. I just hope niggas will wake up sooner or later. Completely wake up. The FBA thing is a step in the right direction, but y'all got a lot more waking up to do. They've always used the power of your existence to catapult themselves to political control. From 1829 right up until now. Do y'all realize that in 3 more years, the Democratic Party would be 200 years old? The world's oldest political organization. The world's most corrupt political organization. And also the world's oldest terrorist organization. Because what they did to what they doing to those black agents, that's terrorism. That's racial terrorism. And the same thing, Brother Zeke, you're right. The same thing in Wilmington, North Carolina. It's the same thing. It's the same playbook. But see, now that they can't engage in such violent, vicious attacks because they've gave too much lip service to being allies and protectors to so-called black people, now when they see an individual black person or a group of black people, instead of trying to destroy them physically, now they try to destroy them socially and culturally. This is still a form of terrorism. They might not be going to cocktail bomb that man's house tonight. You know what? Matter of fact, I can't put that past them because that's about where they at right now. They didn't stick no guns in that man's face, but that is still terrorism. It's still racial terrorism. When you have a group of people setting in on one man and using racial slurs, that's racial terrorism. It's not just name calling. I don't want to hear these bullshit ass gaslights about it's so sad to see that a name, just using a name, triggers you like that. No. It's racial terrorism. Right? But yeah, that's the take that your media system, none of that they not gonna tell you. Is that from the very beginning of the Democratic Party, they always use black people to catapult themselves to power. It's just not that they use you they utilize you in a slightly different way than they did in slave times. Right? They always come to you. Every election is existential. Black people are going to blow up and die if they don't go and vote, or they're going to have y'all back in chains. Right? This is how stupid they think you are. What the fuck do you mean they gonna have you back in chains when you a Democrat and it was you that had niggas in chains? It was you. It wasn't the Whig Party. It wasn't the Know Nothing Party. It was you, motherfucker. It was you. It was you. So who is y'all? Who is they? Who is they gonna have you back in chains? It was Democrats that had niggas in chains. It was Democrats that owned them fucking plantations. It was Democrats that committed treason to uphold slavery. It was Democrats. It was Democrats that was willing to tear the country into pieces to uphold slavery. It was Democrats that had a strategic long-term vision of actually going into Mexico and Central America to expand slavery southward. At one time, 70% of the world's cotton was produced on plantations in the South. The United States was the producer of 70% of the world's cotton at one time. Think about how much wealth was generated from that. Think about how much endless money that these political campaigns had to get poured into their coffers in antebellum slavery. All Democrats, all of them. So when you're talking about, oh, they gonna have y'all back in chains, you mean you? Because today y'all provide psychological chains. Today y'all provide redlining chains. Today y'all provide chains in employment discrimination. Right? The chains ain't went nowhere. And shit, during the 1994 crime bill, y'all provided some chains for these brothers getting transported on these goddamn Bluebird buses to these prisons, federal and state. Y'all real good with chains. Y'all talking about Republicans, y'all couldn't be. And for y'all white Republicans, y'all need to watch out too. Because when these Democrats don't get their way, y'all be the first one they kill, not even black people. Y'all are historically the first ones they kill, white Republicans. Y'all should watch out too. And if anybody doubt me, go down to that lynching memorial in Mobile, Alabama. It's a lot of white Republicans' names on that lynching memorial. Real talk. All right, man. Y'all ask for Black History. I'm sure we'll give it to y'all. But this is gonna be a Black Pill History Month. It's been a Black Pill PSA. Peace.